Like, guys will be on a date with a girl, and the girl will be like, yeah, you know, I'm a Wiccan. I practice witchcraft. And guys are like, oh my God, that's crazy. Is that like an indoor thing or an outdoor thing? No, I've heard of Wiccans, I've just never met one in real life. That's awesome. That's fascinating, yeah. If I go on a date and say I'm a wizard, the date's over. She's not like, when did you get into wizardry? So like Gandalf shit? Like...
Every lady in a relationship can bring home a man and introduce him to her guy, as long as the guy is gay, yes, exactly. Yes, and you get away with it too, you're so nonchalant about it, right? It's like, hey baby, this is Alonzo. Don't worry, baby, he's just a friend. Besides, he's gay. That's why he looks so good. I know you're just married 2 years, but you'll never be able to do that, dude. You will never be able to bring home a woman and be like, hey, baby, this is candy. Don't worry, baby, she's just a friend. Besides, she's a lesbian. That's why she looks so good.
At one point, she asked me if I had ever had a threesome, and I said no, which is true, because, you know, I haven't. And I said, have you? She said, I'd rather not say. That says everything I need to know, bro. Right? Like, if I was on trial for murder, you put me up on the stand, you go, you ever killed somebody? I go, I'd rather not say. I'll see you in 25 years. And that's the thing, like, I'm not gonna, like, judge anybody's sexual past, but ladies, just know, if you admit to your man that you've had a threesome, just know there's gonna be some follow-up questions. All right? And that question is, well, which kind? 2 girls and a guy? Or is this over? Not about to. Can't put a ring on a shake weight.
I love the man. He's good in the woods on a mountain bike. But I don't know that he has the skills to protect me from a bear. All right? He doesn't have very good tracking skills. And I know this. For instance, if he has a shirt that I don't like, I can move it 5 inches to the left, and he'll never find it again. He'll act like someone cased the house and broke in to just steal that shirt from him. And the whole time he's complaining, I see the shirt out of my corner of my eye, but I'm not saying anything about it. I know where it is, right? But he won't look for things for more than 1 second, which is good. He'll talk it out, though. If something's missing, he'll talk it out, which is cool, you know, because that means ultimately he's just better at looking for things with his mouth than his eyes. And honestly, that's how we ended up getting married. So thank you. Thank you. Has anybody else been in a relationship where they thought they were being cheated on? Okay. Some of you can't say anything because you're like, I'm with him right now. Sometimes guys are like, ooh, women lie too. Yeah, we do. We're better at it, though. Women are better liars, right? Because we start small. We have sweet lies, lies that keep the relationship together, you know? Stuff like, oh my God, it's so big. And, ow. And you're the first one I ever let do that, you know, stuff like that.
I love being divorced. Every year has been better than the last. And it's the only time I can say that about. And by the way, I'm not saying don't get married. If you meet somebody, fall in love and get married, and then get divorced, because that's the best part. It's the best part. Marriage is just like a larva stage for true happiness, which is divorce, because you just let go, and everything's fine now. Divorce is forever. It really actually is. Marriage is for how long you can hack it. But divorce just gets stronger like a piece of oak. Nobody ever says, oh, my divorce is falling apart, it's over, I can't take it.
I have one rule in my house with my kids. No racial slurs out of their mouths. None. Ever. My kids aren't even allowed to use the word vinegar with the hard R. Oh yeah. They gotta be like, hey Dad, can you pass the vinegar? Excuse me? Vinegar, please. That's better. I love watching the people who are afraid to laugh at this. The people who are going, can an audience member get canceled for laughing at racial humor? It's okay, it's okay. The rest of you are going, what kids are asking for vinegar exactly?
Adolf Hitler, the embodiment of evil, waged war on humanity for 6 years. And then, in his bunker, wed Ava Braun. And the next morning, blew his brains out. Marriage is hard. World War II, 6 years. Marriage, couldn't make it to lunch. What did she say? You call this a bunker? My sister's bunker. Now that's a bunker.
Do you guys realize they took the word snake and changed it to essential? And people started buying the oils again? Is that hitting too close to home for some of y'all? I know where I'm at. I know what Idaho's like. What is this, doTERRA country, Young Living country? Where are we at right here? I know the brands. Who's lost money on essentials? I'm just kidding. Who? You, sir? Due to somebody near you, it sounds like? Yeah? Do you want to go into it? He's pointing at her? It's you? Are you a distributor? Just a user? Yeah. They smell good if you got the money. I mean,
We don't.
that's good.
Do you prefer New York pizza or New York pussy?
Holy shit. Let's see, well, either way, I don't eat the crust. But, yeah. You don't want that bubbly cheese, you know what I mean? Let's be honest, I like a thin crust. I don't want a deep dish, I'm not that well endowed. Can't get through all that batter. But, good question, sir, either way. Before I eat it, I fold it. But yeah, blot them both first with a napkin. But,
You know what I mean? Because this is just such a terrible time for women. It's the whole thing is just disgusting. And it's outside of all of that, it's just not how I was raised. Okay? It's one, rude. Okay? Two, the big sex talk I got growing up was from my father. I was 11. We were in the car, very strategic, no eye contact. I love that. Okay? And it kind of came out of nowhere, right? We were just driving along and he just goes, so you know, if you ever get pregnant, I'll have you in that clinic so fast, you won't know you were pregnant to begin with.
I have a fear of snakes. It's always weird to me that so many people have pet snakes when there's so many fluffy pet options. Hey, you want the puppy? Wants to be your best friend? It's a rescue. Or you could get the cold-blooded reptile that's banging its head against the glass. Wow, sure looks like it hates you. No, it's the opposite of a rescue. It's an attack. That's what we rescued the rescue from. Oh, you want more information on the limbless serpent? Let's see, it has infrared vision like the predator monster. And it's been the symbol for evil since the beginning of time.
I do miss being on the Paralympic team. One thing I really miss is traveling with everybody. Because I gotta say, there's nothing more entertaining than watching 12 dudes with cerebral palsy get off an airplane in a row. Everybody in the terminal thinks there's some type of zombie invasion going on.
It's interesting how like some liberal women will be like, you know, octopuses are really smart. Like they have feelings and emotions. They're smarter than you think they are. Or like trees have energy. Like they exude energy. Or like mushrooms, they're interconnected. But when it comes to fetuses, they're like, it's just a clump of cells. It's just a fucking clump of cells. It's just an observation. It's not how I feel about it. I'm opening for Hannity next week if you guys want to catch me on the road. I changed my accent. I'm like, how y'all doing? I'm fucking in LA. You know, I mean, everyone's blowing each other. And I had to get out of there.
Recently discovered that I'm not a liberal. What? Yeah, I thought I was liberal my whole life. And then I looked up the definition and realized I need to check definitions first. Anybody here identify as a liberal? Okay, a couple bold people after knowing you're walking into this joke. This blew my mind. A liberal is somebody who accepts and respects behavior and points of view different from yours. Do you know anybody like that? One person? The last one we had was Jesus, and we killed him. Martin Luther King, and we killed him. We're just killing all the good liberals. Why are we killing all the liberals, man? Every liberal I know thinks they're smarter than at least one person. You can't be accepting of others and superior to them at the same time. We need to change that name from liberal to bigots who believe in global warming, okay?
Did you guys hear about that WNBA player who got kidnapped in Russia? It's really sad. She's in jail for 9 years. The Russians are like trying to make America mad, you know? That's how you know the Russians didn't do any research on what we care about. Putin's like, what will those feminist cucks do without their precious WNBA? Or like, take the whole league, buddy. What will you buy? And if you're mad at that joke, tell me who she plays for. Check and mate, libtards. Check and mate. Putin's like, we should have taken OJ. They love that guy.
I was like, why is she a whore? And she goes, because, Danny, she slept with a guy on the first night. Nuh-uh, not me. You want to sleep with me? You got to take me out to dinner. Show me you care. More stuff. I don't know. I stopped listening. It was like a lot. There were like a lot of them. I was like, I got places to be. Don't worry about it. I'm out. But I hear that a lot, right? That's the definition of a whore. It's a girl who sleeps with a guy really fast. But just so we're all clear in this room, the actual definition of a whore is somebody who exchanges goods or services for sex. So who sounds more like a whore to you? A girl's like, yeah, let's just do this. What's the problem? Or a girl's like, you want to sleep with this? That's going to cost you 2 dinners and a conversation about my dad. It's like, oh.
Did you guys know that on Tinder, on people's profiles now, there's little badges that say, I'm vaxxed? I'm on an iPhone app. Welcome back. Did you take a shit? I'm on an iPhone app looking for strangers to fuck. You think I give a shit if you're vaccinated? Against a disease that kills 0.01% of the people who catch it? I eat ass. I I go face to face with fucking pink eye with a smile. You think I give a shit if you got the poke? I don't even wear condoms. And when I do, I buy them at the Dollar Tree. Do you know how unsafe 12 condoms for $1 is? When you roll them bitches on, it sounds like the cellophane from a slice of cheese. Crankle, crankle. One of us is catching something, Becky.
I never knew how women argued, but after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun a winning tradition. This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call them a cunt. That's what it is. Okay, you're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight, okay? All right, don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit. Maybe because you got a little dick, just let that slide. Stay in the pocket of the argument. Okay, it's over. The argument is over, you've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock, all right?
I'll give you another example of how I know you go too far with your dogs, America. 2 years ago, my father passed away of cancer. He died of cancer 2 years ago. And so 2 days after he passed away, my mother said, should we tell the dog? So my mother leaned down to the dog 2 nights after he died. He goes, hey, listen, I just want to let you know that Danny passed away 2 nights ago. After hearing that news, my dad's dog of 15 years climbed up into my dad's favorite chair and passed away that night. Not one of you gave a fuck about my dad. Not one of you gave two about the man that raised me. I told you my dad died and you could hear a pin drop in here. But the second I mentioned a dog that I made up, your hearts were broken. You wanted to start a collection and name the highway after him. Do you understand you go too far with your dogs, America?
I get pulled over a lot because I have California plates on my car, and people in Texas don't like that. And sheriffs in Texas hate it. And I've never gotten one ticket. I've been pulled over like 4 or 5 times. I've never gotten one ticket because I know exactly what to say to a sheriff in Texas. And when they pull you over, they don't even ask for your license and registration. They just start talking. It's terrifying. Like one guy pulled me over. He goes, California, huh? What are you and all your friends doing here? But that's when I know exactly what to do. I get aggressive. I hang out of the window. I'm like, you know what I'm doing here? You know what I'm doing here, sir? I'm a little sick of liberals. Can I speak freely? And he goes, yes, you can. I go, I may say some things that are politically incorrect. He goes, the floor is yours.
That first debate, I'd never seen anything like it. I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at the top of his lungs, this whole system is rigged, he said. And across the stage was a white woman, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, sitting over there looking at him like, no, it's not. I said, now, wait a minute, bro. It's what he said. He said, I know the system is rigged because I use it. I said, God damn. And then Hillary Clinton tried to punch him in the taxes. She said, this man doesn't pay his taxes. He shot right back. That makes me smart. And then he said, if you want me to pay my taxes, then change the tax code. But I know you won't, because your friends and your donors, enjoy the same tax breaks that I do.